Okay, I'm going to demonstrate now what I was talking about when I join a yarn. I've got a little sample here that I knit up, and I'm going to add I'm going to do a different color just so you can see what I'm doing. So I just leave my tail like that. Well, let me break off this other one. Okay, so I've got a tail about 3 or 4 inches long of the one that I was knitting with. And then I'm going to have a tail about equally as long of the one that I'm adding. So I just start knitting with the new one, just like it was the other one. And I don't have a pause on this, so you have to bear with my slow knitting. Okay. All right. So you knit and you knit and you knit. And on the back side, I'll show you, you have your two ends just hanging there. So normally I would knit a row or something, and maybe even just a few stitches, and since it's flat it's easier. And then I just kind of tie half a knot just like that, just to hold it sort of snug so you don't wind up with those weird long ends. So then let's say I've already knit my row and I'm going to go back to it. So you're going to purl back. And those stitches are going to be kind of funky until you get a couple rows past them. All right. Oops. Okay. So let's say you're finished with your garment or whatever it is that you're making. And now you have to deal with these ends. So then I untie. What happened to my needle? There it is. I hate this needle, but anyway, you untie these, and I don't know if you can really see the stitches. They just kind of hang like that. Now, if I opened them up, you'd have a big hole there. You don't want that. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross, this was your yarn that you ended, you're going to cross that over that way. And the one that you added, you're going to cross that over that way. So that's going to close up that hole. So that when you sew them, when you weave them in, look at this stupid needle. It's got this thing on the end of it. I don't know what the point of that is. It's really dumb. Anyway, so you're going to weave in your ends, and I'm not going to weave them in properly, but I'm just going to show you what I'm just talking about here. So let's say you wove in your ends, and I would be going at a diagonal. And I'd pull that kind of snug for now. Then I'm going to weave in the other one. You can always loosen it up before you cut your ends. So then you're going to weave this one in going in the opposite direction. Like that. So that closes up that gap. So then when you flip it over, you can't tell where it was. Can you see? There's no hole there like there was before. And it was back over here. So you go the opposite direction that you were knitting with the yarn to begin it when you attached it. Okay? Clear as mud. Hopefully that makes it clear for you. If you have any questions, ask.